Do you have low self-esteem? So you have this voice in your head, it beats up on you, you feel incompetent, and you don't feel lovable. And these feelings seem to follow you wherever you go, and you can't seem to shake it off. So if this is something you experience, stay with me, because in this video, I want to help you understand how to develop unshakable, rock-solid self-esteem, and to help you become aware of how you're actually decreasing your own self-esteem on a day-to-day basis. You want to be aware so you can break free. You have the power to shift this. So let's get into this right now. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Rubin, and I help individuals reduce their social anxiety, increase their self-esteem, and feel lovable. So if that's something you resonate with, consider hitting that subscribe button, and there's a bell notification beside that. Make sure you hit that so that you know right when I release a new video. And if you want to connect with me on a more personal level, you can follow me on Instagram, and I'd love to hear from you on there. And last but not least, I want to offer you a free masterclass. I want to walk you through the step-by-step process for how to reduce that social anxiety, increase that self-esteem, and actually love yourself. Actually like yourself. Okay, and first it's important to understand what self-esteem is. And it's the art of discovering who you are and expressing that authentically into the world. So, do you express yourself in a way that values you? Or is the way you're expressing yourself devaluing you as a person? Okay, so again, it's the how you are in the world. It's not the what. Okay, we'll get to this in just a sec. It's the how you are in the world, how you are in relationship to other people. Are you in harmony with yourself and others? Okay, do you conduct yourself in a way that leads to a positive self-image, self-respect? Or are you conducting yourself in a way that leads to a negative self-image and a distorted view of yourself? Okay, and so self-esteem is different than self-worth. This is the what, okay? So self-esteem, it needs to be cultivated and maintained on a daily basis, as opposed to self-worth, okay? You do not need to develop self-worth, okay? You have inherent value just by being human, and this inherent value is your higher self, it's your soul. This does not increase, it does not decrease. It's this ever-present energy within you that'll be with you from when you're born all the way until you die. And I want to give you an analogy here to really help you understand this. So self-worth, your higher self, your soul, it's like the sun. It shines, it never stops shining, it never has stopped shining, it's not gonna stop shining, okay? But it does get covered up by the moon, okay? It does get covered up by your negative thoughts and feelings. So for example, let's say the moon isn't blocking the sun. You have moments, you have days like this where your personality is flowing, you hit those flow states, you're out there connecting with people, you're out there giving your gifts, okay? The how is affected by how much you have access to this deep worth, okay? Let's say the moon now covers the sun, okay? When the moon covers the sun, is that going to influence your ability to want to get out there for the day? Is that going to make you feel a little bit depressed? Is it going to affect your desire to connect with people, your desire to get out there and express yourself, your desire to get out there and give your gifts? Yes, 100%. That's the how, okay? And that's how it's affected. But ultimately, you want to raise your standards in such a way that no matter what, whether the moon's covering it or not, you have access to this thing that's shining, and it's been shining the entire time. So you're out there expressing yourself, remember, in a way that values you, despite your anxiety levels, despite the negative thoughts and feelings, despite the negative mood. Okay, you're not allowing that to affect the how you are in the world, how you relate to yourself and other people. Okay, and if you've been struggling with that crippling self-judgment, the feelings of being incompetent, unlovable, and you can't seem to shake it, then I encourage you to book a call. I'm gonna put a link below the video, and there's one up here. I encourage you to book that call so that we can take a look at where that's coming from together, figure out a plan to get you unstuck, and then you can learn more about how to work with me. Okay, and so going forward, your higher self, your soul, it never stops shining. It never did, it never will, okay? Your self-esteem though, it can increase and decrease dramatically. It can increase and decrease quickly and to a very large degree. okay? And I drew this diagram here so that you could really grasp this, okay? So your higher self, your soul, it has nothing but value, but it can get covered up by this hole inside you, this place of no value. And what is this? You could call this whatever you want. Your ego, your shadow, you could call it your lower self, you could call it your inner child, you could call it your past traumas and pains. What these things do is they block the value, your soul, your higher self, that true flow state from within you. It blocks it from fueling up your personality. And we're going to go through these one by one. But your personality, remember, is what interacts with the external world. Everything that has to do with your self-esteem, okay, and whether you have healthy levels of it, is how your personality reacts with the external world. Okay, and so let's go through these one by one. So if your past traumas and pains, okay, your ego is fueling up your personality, okay, you're going to be interacting with the external world in these three ways, okay? So one is vanishing, okay? You vanish into the external world, you lose yourself, okay? One example is being a workaholic, okay? Doing personal development to the degree where you're completely lost and isolated, okay? So you vanish into the external world because it's fueled by past traumas and pains, okay? Another way is you will express yourself in a way that's inauthentic. So you people please and you smile and agree, you don't express your true personality. Okay, why? Because there's no value backing it. Why? How could you express yourself authentically? Like you have value, okay? And the other way is escape, okay? So you escape the external situation. So you're at a party, you're so anxious that you have to escape and drink some alcohol just to bring you out of that external situation. Or another example is dissociation. You're trying to hang out with people and interact with them, but there's just too much emotion. You're checked out and you're completely in your head. You've escaped the external situation. And remember, you have to keep discovering. Self-esteem is the art of discovering who you are. Who's the real you inside there? Who is it? Who are you? Okay? Because I'll give you an example here. Let's say you haven't worked on these old past traumas and pains and everything, and you're dissociating in the group. You're completely in your head. You're completely checked out. You've lost your expression. Okay, well, you're gonna get feedback from the external environment that you're the shy one, you're the quiet one, you're the calm and cool one. Okay, and when you get that feedback from the external environment, okay, when you get the feedback, it's a feedback loop. It's gonna feed back and it's gonna fuel again. It's gonna anchor in, re-ingrain this feeling that you have no value, okay? Let's take a look at the other side here, okay? Vanishing. Let's say all you do is work. You go through the motions life, you work, you don't see anybody, okay? You get this feedback that you don't have any friends or you're lonely, you're not connected to anybody, and it feeds back and it causes this gaping hole here to grow and grow, okay? Let's go with expression. Maybe you're people pleasing, you're not expressing your true thoughts and feelings, okay? You're not expressing your true thoughts and feelings, and because of that, you don't get any respect. Nobody takes you seriously. You get the feedback, and again, it anchors this in deeper and it causes the hole to grow. Your self-esteem plummets. Now, overall here, this is very important. I want you to get this point, okay? Is you want to lean on vanishing and escaping as little as possible, okay? We're all human. We're gonna have this to some degree all the way until the day we die. It's a part of the human experience, okay? No one's perfect, okay? But you wanna lean into it as little as possible. So for example, let's say you work on the dissociation, okay? So you're in groups and you're not so in your head. You can be more present in your body. You're not so overwhelmed by emotions and feeling confused and dazed and physical symptoms and all that kind of stuff, okay? So what happens, that allows you to express yourself in a different way, okay? Maybe you don't need to people please so much because I actually feel like I'm in my body. I don't have to just smile and check out and just smile and agree and have that zero, boring, lame personality because I'm in this dissociated state all the time. Okay, so I don't have to escape. I can lean into expression. Okay, and I can transform the inauthentic expression to more authentic. Another example is, hey, I'm finding my true expression. I'm actually connecting with people. I don't have to overwork. I don't have to be a workaholic. I don't have to escape into work and be isolated anymore. So we bring the vanishing back to center and we transform that even more. And then when we get feedback, again, when we get the feedback, you get the laughs, you get the connection from other people. People want to see you more. People want to know how you're doing. People are checking in on you and you're caring and checking in on other people. Okay? You get the feedback goes to and re-ingrains the value. You identify with feeling lovable, feeling like you have value, feeling like what you have to say is important. Like people actually care what you have to say, okay? And when you do that, when you bring these feedback loops back to here, your ego shrinks, okay? This shrinks and you create pathways for your higher self and your soul to fuel up your personality and interact with the external world. And that's when you hit those flow states, those beautiful flow states where you're not thinking, you're just being, you're connecting, and you're feeling good about yourself. You're having a good time, you're having fun, and you're finding a lot of meaning in your everyday experiences. Okay, so I hope this helps you understand who you are. This is not you, okay? This is not you. This is your past, okay? But you are not what happened to you. You are who you choose to become, like Carl Jung said, okay? This is you. This is the real you, and you can create your everyday experiences from here, okay? Lean into the art of self-esteem, discovering who you are, interacting with people, creating your experiences, your connections, and your life and your goals from this place here. And if you're still with me, I really appreciate you spending all this time with me. Thank you so much. Again, you can book that call below the video to learn more about how you can work with me. Also, the masterclass, remember, that is below the video as well. Highly encourage you to take that and learn that step-by-step process to reduce that social anxiety, increase that self-esteem, and feel lovable. And if you found the video helpful, please like and subscribe. Here's some other videos that you can watch next, and I will see you soon, all right? Peace out.